Oh man, WWE Backlash was awful. The worst pay-per-view I've seen this year so far. Up until the Randy Orton Edge match, every match for some reason was lackluster. What was going on? What happened to every match? Are these guys completely tired now? And something happened? Did they drink some bad water that made them sluggish? What was it? It just seemed like there was not a lot of energy. That's what I noticed. Not a lot of, not even decent matches, not even okay matches. Every match seemed to have the same tone. Kickoff show. We just get into it. Apollo Crews versus Andrade for the U.S. Championship. And Crews retains with a lift-up powerbomb. That's the name of his finisher. I pretty much named it. But that's what he does. He lifts you up and then he delivers a powerbomb. Probably has a clever, cute name for it. And it deserved to be on the kickoff show. It was awful. It sucked. It wasn't that great. And I like Apollo Crews, but it's just the same old crap. Am I watching am I watching, what do you call it? Raw? Same thing. Let's go to the main show. WWE Women's Tag Team Title match. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Iconics versus the Boston Hug Connection, Sasha Banks and Bayley, who are the tag team champions. And this time, and something that I've always thought to myself, man, they should have 3 women or 3 people in the ring at the same time, and they tag out to their particular partner. And that's what they did in this match. And this match had so many standoffs. Enough already with the standoff. They would all perform a move and they would stand off. They did it how many times? 5 times? And it got monotonous in this match, like I said, because they just kept doing it over and over again. It's what's the point, But then in the end, Sasha got a roll up on Alexa Bliss, and the titles are retained by the champs. This was a sloppy match, and it was really sluggish. Really sluggish. The Iconics, their energy was not even up. I don't know what they were trying to do. What did they showed up for? Did they, I don't know. Did they eat too much before the match? Did they not stretch out enough? Let's go to the Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy match. It's a very physical match. But in the end, Sheamus, he hit the Brogue outside the ring, and then he hits another one inside the ring, and he pins Jeff Hardy and secures the victory. Where did they go from here? Who knows? And maybe at this point, who cares? I don't know. It's pretty much cut and dry. It seems like it's cut and dry now. Who knows what happens after this? Now, Asuka versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's title. Double count out in a very underwhelming match. I can't stand looking at Nia Jax just because of what she has done in recent weeks. The fact that she's almost nearly killing Kairi Sane in the ring and outside of the ring, hurting her and everything like that, and everybody else. I can't stand looking at her. And I said to myself, if she wins this match, I'm gonna lose my lunch. So I don't know what this is. Is this gonna set up for another match? Maybe on Raw? They need to move on from this. I'm thinking tomorrow, the outcome, whatever it is, I'm probably gonna have a rematch tomorrow. And then Charlotte Flair is going to come in and she's going to attack whoever it is as the champion, and then she's going to be the next contender. I'd rather see her and Asuka go at it because at least there's a good match there. Nia Jax, we're going to have 2 heels go at it. Even though Charlotte's kind of been going in between heel and babyface, but more leaning more towards the heel. But there are times where she was kind of like that during her time as the NXT Women's Champion. So who knows where to go from that? But man, I gotta say, man, so far Backlash at this point was a snooze fest. People are agreeing with me when I tweeted out, agreeing with me, saying that, one tweeted out that, she didn't really need anything to help her go to sleep. Just, she's about to fall asleep on watching, Backlash. I mean, this pay-per-view thus far was sneaking up the room really quick. Really quick. Now, that's Braun Strowman versus the Mess and Morrison. Yeah, I didn't stutter. I didn't mispronounce their names. That's what pretty much the Miz and Morrison are, And they had to play that shit song of theirs that they played during the kickoff show, and they played it again. And hey, hey, ho, oh, whatever. How about no? And I think I got, what do you call it? Effing ear cancer from it. Because I said, the first time they played it on the kickoff show, I didn't listen to it. But I don't want to listen. I listened to it again, so at least I have a reason to not like it, so that nobody can call me out and go, well, you didn't really hear the song, because maybe they're thinking that people watch my videos know I don't like those two. So I watched it. I watched it and listened to it, and it's like the worst auto-tune that I've ever heard in a song. It sounds like these songs that they release nowadays. Why I hate music in this time and age. It's because the overuse of auto-tune. I don't know if they're doing it for a parody, but it sucked. You know what I mean? Then in this match, whatever, Braun hit power slam on Morrison and retains the title. Ho hum, man. That's all I can think of, man. This match, it was a run-of-the-mill match. And I wish Cole would have slapped Corey Graves, because he kept saying that hey, hey, ho, oh part of that song. He kept saying it over and over, trying to convince Michael Cole. Come on, sing it with me. Come on. It's catchy. I swear, dude, it looked like Michael Cole, maybe real, because he's not gonna do it for real, but realistically in his head, he probably was thinking, it kind of looked like sad in his face, that he wanted to slap him. You know what I mean? And I was like yelling at the screen, going, man, slap his fucking face. He was annoying. I'm like, they lost. Shut up. They lost. If they won, go ahead and sing it. Because they won. Go ahead and say it to your heart's content. But they didn't. So why are you still trying to get it to trend? It's not trending. I don't see it anywhere on Twitter. It didn't trend. But my God, he was such an annoying fuck. Corey Graves at that part. The match was what it was. It was just run-of-the-mill stuff. Like, come on, give Braun Strowman a damn, what do you call it? A better competition. They're these throwaway opponents. How about you get Otis in the mix? Otis, and speaking of Otis, he didn't even cash in. He even said to the Miz and Morrison, if you guys win, I'm gonna cash in. I might cash in. And then Mandy Rose was like, and then that means that you guys are gonna have a very short reign. And he didn't come out, and good he didn't, because I think they're going to definitely they're probably going to do something with him that it's going to be a big thing happening when Otis cashes in. And I could only see that this title being the only title that he would win. I don't think he would win the WWE title if he was on Raw. He wouldn't have. He probably would have fed him to somebody, and he would have like messed up cashing him. And in my mind, I'm thinking that Tucker might cost him a cash in. So I'm thinking. I think that they're on their way of splitting those two, because you kind of see the look in Tucker's eyes sometimes, like he's kind of like wondering, where his partnership is with his boy, with his buddy. We'll see what happens. Now, the WWE title match between Bobby Lashley and the champ Drew McIntyre. Now, Lashley starts immediately slapping on the full Nelson before the bell rang. I thought the bell rung. And I'm thinking, what, this dummy is going to get himself disqualified? And the referee's trying to pull him off, and I guess that's the reason why they didn't call for the bell, because it wasn't a match. It didn't start yet. Then they start the match. And the match was what it was. Something that you may see on Raw or SmackDown, a regular match. It wasn't even nothing special about it. Typical spots here and there. Bobby Lashley going for a spear. What I call it, counting down to hit the Claymore. Then toward the end of it, we see Lana come out and she stands on the apron and she's waving the ref off. And I'm looking and I'm going, what are you doing on the apron? You're not even doing anything. It's so like inane with her. Like when she does the whole screaming thing, it doesn't work. She does this, it doesn't work. Like, what's your purpose? Oh, I get it. She's gonna set up the spot where she's on the apron. Bobby Lashley's gonna hit her accidentally. She's gonna fall off and then land on the MVP. Bobby Lashley, he's distracted and he gets hit with the Claymore. Typical damn booking when it comes to, I think, any match that Bobby Lashley has, as long as he has Lana in it. And then he sees Lana and then he just shrugs her off and just walks off. And it's like, what was the purpose of that? It looks stupid. A real dumb way to just set up a distraction, so that, Bobby Lashley gets distracted and then Drew McIntyre. Why does Drew McIntyre need someone to be distracted to beat them guy? The guy's pretty much unstoppable. He doesn't need a distraction kind of element to allow him to get the victory. Pretty silly, if you ask me. And then let's go to possibly the worst segment in the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders feud, or friendly game of one-upsmanship, right? The Street Profits and the Viking Raiders, they start brawling outside. Eric gets thrown into the windshield of Braun's car. They realize this Braun's car. They run into the building, and they start brawling all over the place and causing all kinds of things. They each get a weapon. Street Profits have golf clubs in hand, and then Eric and Ivar got shields, and then Eric has a hammer, like an axe, and then Ivar has a bowling ball. Like he couldn't get something else. And then they decide that after a deep thought and thinking about it, let's put these down at the same time and let's start brawl. Let's brawl like this fight. Let's do it as like men. And they do. And they end up outside again. And then all of a sudden, there's guys that show up, and it's Akira Tozawa in a ninja outfit. He doesn't have the mask, he takes it off. And then these other guys in their own ninjas. I'm like, what the F is this? It's like, I absolutely hated this segment. It was over the top cornball BS. And I kept saying to myself, is this a match? Like, what the F, man? What is this horseshit? What the fuck? I should just say that. Who cares? Oh my god, YouTube is gonna demonetize my thing. I don't care. I don't get monetized on my videos. I don't care about that. I just put these videos out on my channel. People want to be all, I don't want to cuss because it might demonetize me. To me, I don't care. I don't care because I don't look to get monetized in these videos. I never do. But I'm like, what the hell is this shit? What's going on here? Is this a match? And then they end up falling into a damn garbage container. And in comes the referee, the female referee. I said, what are you guys doing? We got a match. And then she does that whole tired thing that was cute for like about a couple times. When someone goes, oh, you're cute to Ivar, and it says, you not so much to Eric. And she did that, the female ref. I think her name is Jess, I forget her name. But yeah, and then they later on mention Tom Phillips says that the match is not going to continue, so it's pretty much thrown out. All I can think is what a shitty mess this whole thing was, and it's sad because I liked the segments before. Maybe this is a thing where like, just do a match. Let's do a tag team title match on Raw and get this over with and let whoever the champion is move on to the next person. It ran its course. Seriously did. This thing helped it to run its course. I mean, this was ridiculous. The Akira Tozawa thing, it was just like, were they trying to switch it up? Make it a little more interesting? Because it's like, after they were done, I'm like, what was that? Tozawa with ninjas. How does that fit into this thing? And he was going in and out of daydreaming. Ibar, was that a daydream sequence? Who knows? It was awful. It was so awful. Now, up next is the main event. And it, oh boy, now they're trying to hit us in the nostalgia feels. Charles Robinson is in a classic blue top shirt, bow tie, and black pants, like back in the 80s, maybe even before that. Then we had Howard Finkel soundbite announcing Edge and Orton. It cries desperation, It does, because they're trying too hard to give it that old school feel. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's a little, homage or a little nudge to Howard Finkel to help us be reminded about how he sounded, because there's some people that that never grew up on his soundbite, on his voice. But that's why I say, before I start getting into match, both men, they're not known for having 5-star matches. When was the last time either one of them had that sort of a match? I'm not saying they can't wrestle. They know the fundamentals. I mean, they had to have been, in order to get to the training and make it into WWE, to have their first matches and everything. They were trained well. But wrestlers, they tend to develop their movesets, signature moves and finishers, and their look and everything. They tend to use a certain amount of moves to use in a match. Not everyone is AJ Styles or Daniel Bryan. Now, in this match, they were trading holds, reversals, offense, chain wrestling, and working on body parts and trying to set the pace. You see exchange of arm drags and, like I said, chain wrestling, going in and out of moves. They were reversing moves, and they were doing everything they can to make it like a classic Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Ric Flair type of match, or Macho Man Randy Savage and Ricky Dragon Steamboat match, or you know what I mean, or to go back to Friday with Styles and Bryan. And all I can think is that maybe they should have used this match to open the pay-per-view. It would have set the pace and tone for the rest of the evening, because everybody else would have been like, we gotta live up to that, not come out and be all lazy like seemingly everybody who went out there and performed did. They all went out there and they were all lazy. They all came off lazy. Some of them were sluggish. Some of them seemed like they were out of it. I don't know what the hell was going on. I don't know what was in the air there, but I don't know. I don't know what it was. Don't know what it was. And this pay-per-view, it was a shit show. Plain and simple. Yeah, this match was decent, but it was trying too hard to be a wrestling match and not be one organically. Using the greatest match ever moniker on this match, it doomed it from the get-go. I can't call it a great match. I honestly can't. Greatness is earned. It is not given. WWE made the mistake of telling us beforehand that this was the greatest match ever. It would have been if it earned, that moniker. If it earned it, and it was not fed to us by WWE, every week. Greatest match ever. Then they started finally saying, it could be the greatest match ever. But then even when they re-edited the, Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair and their comment, and then them saying what they felt about the match beforehand, right? They even edited to make them say like it was the greatest match ever, when all of them said it could be the greatest match ever. You know what I mean? Now we've seen another way for them to make it a great match, but again, going back to nostalgia, we see a none prettier by Edge. We see a pedigree by Randy Orton, and then we see a rock bottom from Edge. And we didn't see the RKO hit on Edge, but it wasn't enough to keep him down. Now, it's just the beginning of Orton and his RKO being relegated to a regular move. You know, you see 2 spears by Edge. It wasn't enough. Again, another RKO out of nowhere. Edge tried to do a crossbody off the second turnbuckle. And he hits that RKO and Edge kicks out. So yes, folks, the RKO is now unprotected. I can't recall when the RKO was ever kicked out of. Did they want to make Edge strong? Sure. That's how they're going to make the greatest match ever, by making these guys kick out of their signature moves, their finisher moves. But in the end, Orton, he set it up before, he wasn't able to get it. But then he nails Edge with the punt, and he scores the pinfall. I gotta admit, you know, this match does make up for the awfulness of this pay-per-view. But it is not the greatest match ever. It should have earned that title first. We shouldn't have been told weeks before that it was. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to give this thing 3 out of 10. And the 3 is for this because of this match. I'm not saying it's a 3 stars match. I'm just saying that that's, if I was going to give it, I'm not going to say it's a 0 out of 10, but I'm not going to be like a 5 out of 10. I'm not going to say a 6 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 3. Because one match, you know, if every match at least was decent, this would be right up there as a 5, 6 at the most. But this match was the only match that really salvaged it. Kind of definitely saved it from being an absolute train wreck. You know, like Edge, like everybody else on that track, you know, all fell off the rails. You know, and then that last train car was Randy Orton and Edge. And they were able to stay on the thing, and it slowed down, and they stayed on the track. You know, but it doesn't matter because the train is totally destroyed. You know, they were lucky they didn't go off with them. They saved themselves, but still, this pay-per-view was crap. You know, for me to give it 3 out of 10. You know, for me to, you know, because sometimes I like to be fair. Sometimes I like to give it a benefit of the doubt. Okay. There was something here, there was something there, but there was nothing here. There was nothing there on any of the other matches. And like I said, the thing that really also hurts this match is that you can tell, yeah, they were doing great stuff in there. They were, you know, doing everything that we want from a great match. But the reason why I don't call it a great match is because they were trying to make it a great match. They weren't doing it, you know, organically. And if we hadn't been fed that damn line before this match ever took place, maybe I'd be going, damn, that's a 5-star match. That match is going to be match of the year, and it might be. But see, I'm going from the point of view of that's the reason why they were doing all that good stuff and all that, because they had to live up to that moniker, the title of the greatest match ever. They didn't do it naturally. We knew that dark cloud of that name of this match was hovering above them, and they kept, you know, they would be looking up and going, damn it, that cloud is there, we got to put on a great match. Okay, they're gonna put me in a key lock, put me in a headlock, you know, go around, reverse it, go around me, do a takedown, go into a damn rear chin lock, because we have to, because we have to put the greatest match ever. It's like, you shouldn't have to force yourself to go out of your comfort zone. Edge and Randy Orton, they don't do that normally, what they did in this match. They proved that they could wrestle, sure. Who says that they can't? Like I said, they know the fundamentals. Like I said, they know how to wrestle. You know that. Well, those are my thoughts on this lackluster clusterfuck of a pay-per-view known as Backlash 2020. Nobody showed up for the pay-per-view. I'm talking about the superstars. They didn't perform to the best of their ability. Something was going on to where everybody was sluggish, going through the motions, especially that women's tag team title match. Don't understand what went on, what went wrong. You know? One match is not enough to save a pay-per-view. Edge and Randy Orton, they can add this to their match from WrestleMania. But like I said before, it only appeared to be a great match because they were put under pressure to make it a great match, not do it naturally or organically. That's how it should be. We shouldn't be told beforehand that it's the greatest match ever. You know, they shouldn't do that. That's putting a lot of pressure on Orton and Edge. You know what I mean? But you know, I went through that already, and that's that whole thing. But for those of you who stopped by and checked out my video, I appreciate it. And in closing it, as always, take care. Please remember to subscribe, click like, and click the bell icon for all notifications on this channel.